Hi everyone. In this lecture series we will discuss about some special kind of transformations or functions which are called linear transformations, and we will discuss about their properties also. The formal definition of linear transformation is like this. Let U and V be vector spaces over a field F. A linear transformation from U to V is a function whose domain is the vector space U and codomain is another vector space V, such that two conditions are satisfied. First condition is TU1 plus U2 equal to TU1 plus TU2, where U1 and U2 are the elements of domain U. And the second condition that must be true is T alpha U is equal to alpha TU, where alpha is a scalar, that means alpha is an element of field F, and of course U is an arbitrary element of the vector space capital U. We can also say that a linear transformation between two vector spaces is a transformation or mapping that preserves the operation of vector addition and scalar multiplication, which preserves the operation of vector additions and scalar multiplication. Now we will see that conditions 1 and 2 can be combined to a single condition. For that, consider a linear transformation T from U to V, where of course U and V are vector spaces. Now let alpha 1 and alpha 2 be two scalars and U1 and U2 be two vectors. That means these are two elements of vector space U. Now alpha 1 U1 and alpha 2 U2 both will belong to U because U is a vector space. If I apply first property, because T is linear transformation, so first property will be true. So by that property, T of alpha 1 U1 plus alpha 2 U2 will be equal to T alpha 1 U1 plus T alpha 2 U2. And by using second property, it will be equal to alpha 1 T U1 plus alpha 2 T U2. This means the two properties given in the definition of linear transformation can be combined to give one equivalent condition, which is T alpha 1 U1 plus alpha 2 U2 is equal to alpha 1 T U1 plus alpha 2 T U2 for all alpha 1, alpha 2 belonging to F and U1, U2 belonging to U. Let's note one property of linear transformation, that is T0 is equal to 0 under any linear transformation. That means image of 0 element is always 0 in any linear transformation. We can see also why this is true. For that, let's consider writing T0, which can be written of course like this. 0 can be written like 0 plus 0. Because T is linear transformation, as I have already mentioned, that this property is true for any linear transformation if T from U to V is any linear transformation. So by the first property of linear transformation, T of U plus V is equal to TU plus TV. So it will be equal to T0 plus T0. On the left hand side, instead of writing T0, I can add additive identity, and this is equal to T0 plus T0. By left cancellation law, you will be having 0 is equal to T0. So we have proved also why T0 is equal to 0. So we will always keep in mind that for any linear transformation T, image of 0 will be 0 always. Now let's see what is identity transformation. For that, let U be any vector space over a field F. And T from U to U means T is a transformation from U to itself, be defined by T of U is U, means image under T of any element is the element itself. This is for all elements of the domain U. Then this transformation T defined like this is a linear transformation. Which is called identity transformation. So any transformation T whose domain and codomain both are same vector spaces and which is defined like this, that T of U is equal to U for all U belonging to U, then this transformation is called identity transformation and it may be denoted by I or something like this. I have written that here T defined like this is a linear transformation. We can see that also, or we can prove that also. For that, let alpha 1 and alpha 2 be any two scalars and U1 and U2 be two elements of the domain. Now to check whether T is linear transformation or not, we need to check either these two properties, which are TU1 plus U2 is equal to TU1 plus TU2, or second property is T alpha U is equal to alpha TU. So for check whether T is linear transformation or not, either we will check whether these two properties are true or not, or we will check this single property, that is T alpha 1 U1 plus alpha 2 U2 equal to alpha 1 TU1 plus alpha 2 TU2. Let's see whether this T is linear transformation or not. Consider left hand side of this property, T alpha 1 U1 plus alpha 2 U2. It has been defined that image of U is U itself under T. So it will be alpha 1 U1 plus alpha 2 U2. And now let's see what is alpha 1 TU1 plus alpha 2 TU2. Alpha 1, image of U1 is U1, alpha 2, and image of U2 is U2. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. Therefore we can say that T alpha 1 U1 plus alpha 2 U2 is equal to alpha 1 TU1 plus alpha 2 TU2. Because this condition is being satisfied, so here T is a linear transformation, and because T is defined like TU is equal to U for all U belonging to U, so this T is identity transformation and it is denoted by I. Next is zero transformation. Let U and V be two vector spaces and T from U to V be defined by T of U equal to 0 for all U. That means image of every element of the domain U is 0. In this case also T is linear transformation. You can check this also using this property. So T will be linear transformation, and such kind of linear transformation defined like this is called zero transformation or null transformation. It is called 0 or null transformation. And it is denoted by O. So what is zero transformation? If T is a mapping defined from U to V, U and V are vector spaces, we know already that the image of 0 will be 0 only, but if image of all elements of this U is 0, then such mapping is always linear, and this mapping is called linear transformation or zero linear transformation or null linear transformation. Let's see one example in which let T be a transformation from R square to R square, and let this be defined by T of xy is equal to x minus y for all xy belonging to R. That means xy is an element of R square and image of xy is x minus y. We have to show that T is linear transformation. If you see carefully that the mapping defined over here is reflection in x-axis. How? For example, let's take a point 2, 1 that is one element in R square. Then what is its image? It is 2 minus 1. So this will be the image of this element of R square. It is 2 minus 1 because x coordinate is positive and y coordinate is negative, so it will be the on the negative side of the y-axis. So this is reflection. This point Q, which is image of 2, 1, is actually reflection of this point in the x-axis. So image of every element of R square is actually its reflection in the x-axis. This is how they have defined T. So for proving whether T is a linear transformation, we will follow the same procedure. Let alpha and beta be two members of the field. Here field will be R, and we will take two elements of the domain. Let those elements be x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now find T alpha 1 x1, y1 plus alpha 2 x2, y2, because here these are u1 and u2. So we used to find T alpha 1 u1 plus alpha 2 u2, which is equal to T alpha 1 x1 comma alpha 1 y1 plus alpha 2 x2 comma alpha 2 y2, which is equal to T of alpha 1 x1 plus alpha 2 x2 comma alpha 1 y1 plus alpha 2 y2. This will be equal to alpha 1 x1 plus alpha 2 x2 comma minus alpha 1 y1 minus alpha 2 y2. This is because T of xy is equal to x minus y. So T, this whole is one number and this is one collective number. So this is sort of small x and small y. So its image will be small x comma minus y. This is further equal to alpha 1 x1 minus y1 plus alpha 2 x2 comma minus y2. which is actually image of x1 y1 under T, and this is image of x2 y2 under T. So we can write it as T x1 y1 plus T x2 y2. So what we have obtained that T of alpha 1 of this first element, alpha 1 into first element of R square plus alpha 2 into second element of R square is equal to alpha 1 image of first element plus alpha 2 image of second element. This implies T is a linear transformation.